Hey, what's up, friends? I'm Darkoburi the Collector, and welcome to Darkoburi, the movie. No, just kidding. Welcome to this week's video, where we have 3 figures from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And to kick off this mega unboxing, here I bring you 3 figures from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. If you're fans of the series, you'll recognize them right away. They are 3 of Rimuru Tempest's right-hand slimes. And over here on this side, we're going to start with the first unboxing, which is Benumaru. Remember, Shion's power is to make some truly awful food, and they're always fighting to see who has to eat it, so they're always making her mad. And here we see the one who's like the ninja, who honestly also has some pretty unique powers. If you haven't seen the series, I left a fight scene with the Dragon Tempest, Rimuru Tempest, where I showed you he does the Kamehameha and even some Street Fighter moves. I said that if you watch a lot of anime, this is the anime you should be watching. And let me tell you what Rimuru Tempest does. He's in a completely different world. He died, reincarnates as a slime, and then a bunch of monsters show up. The monsters are kind of wild. There are ogres, demons, all sorts of creatures. But the special thing is that by using a bit of his energy, this slime gives the monsters a name, and when he names them, they transform, evolve, and gain certain powers. The series goes on from there. I'm not sure if I should spoil it or not, but we'll get to that as we go. The unboxing is coming up, the series progresses, and honestly, it gets really interesting. And once Rimuru has his village, he's got his star helpers. Here, Shion is Rimuru's secretary. We already know Benumaru is going to be the commander of Rimuru's forces. And over here is part of the intelligence and infiltration team. He's the ninja who sneaks around. And they're all really powerful. That's why I decided to do this mega unboxing, Banpresto figures. And like I said, the first thing we're going to do is unbox Benumaru. So get ready, get comfortable, grab some popcorn, because we're going to check out Benumaru's details right here on the Darkoburi channel. Now, to analyze your box and make sure you don't get a bootleg, we're going to start with Benumaru. Honestly, all 3 are going to have the same features, so we'll go through this like an express train. These additions, as you can see here, are Otherworlder. And here's the character's name, Benumaru. Check it out, there's a Benumaru spoiler on the front, and on the sides, on both sides actually, it just has the name of the anime, and up top it just says Otherworld. What we can see here is this little hologram. Over here on this side, we have Banpresto, the company bringing us this awesome piece, and here we have Bandai. We already know all 3 figures are from Bandai. What sets this piece apart from the other 2 is that here it says Yaya, so we know these are from a different set. And check it out, here it says this is Volume 5. Volume 5 includes 2 figures, which they call A and B. Benumaru is A, and the princess, the one I don't have and you won't see in this unboxing, is B. On this side, we have both Shion and Souei. Shion here and Souei as B. Honestly, these are spectacular pieces with really great detailing. So, just to repeat, all 3 are Otherworlder, with each character's name on the front, and the corresponding figure for Volume 5, Volume 7. Now that we've taken a good look at the box, and I'll leave it there for you to check out for a bit, what I'm going to do is take out Benumaru, get him ready, and we'll check out the base, the figure, and all the color details right here on the Darkoburi channel. And now, here we have Benumaru fully assembled. The base, the whole torso, and the head came separately, and as a special accessory, it came with the sword. The first thing you should notice is that the base has the company's name on it. We've seen a lot of figures, and sometimes there's nothing on the base. But with these Banpresto ones, like the pop-up parade figures I showed you, the company's name is there, which gives you confidence that your figure is original. Now, moving on, let's talk about the detailing on the figure. The only little flaw I found is on the inside. It's pretty hard to see, but let's see if I can show it from this side. Right here, there's a color defect, like a red stain on the inside. But on the outside, honestly, it looks really, really good. And well, the sword just fell off, but it actually attaches to Benumaru's belt right here. As I mentioned before, this character is kind of like a demon. He's got these two horns. They tried to ambush Rimuru, but Rimuru managed to handle them without any problem. From this gang of demons, the only one missing is the Sword Master, who's a bit older and is the one who trains the whole group of goblins. Here, Benumaru is the one who becomes the leader of all the troops. He has eyes that are kind of red, let's say a light red, and he's got this detail here, like blood tears on his face, which you can see on the figure. Now, the detail on his eyebrows is really, really short and small, but honestly, for such a tiny piece, that detail is exceptional. His hair is completely red, just check it out, and it matches perfectly with the color of his outfit, which is this mega giant cape. Honestly, it's impressive. In the middle, he's got a figure that looks like a demon. Just look at it, which is complemented by this shoulder pad, and here's the other one. This shoulder pad is gold, but there's nothing on this side. The detail he has here on the elbows is, let's say, a kind of black patch. I'd say that part of the costume isn't really my favorite. It kind of looks like those patched up suits from the 60s or 70s, the ones made of wool. But honestly, on Benumaru, it looks exceptional. What else does he have? Here, at the level of his middle finger, he's wearing gloves that cover the upper part of his palm, and the outfit falls all the way down. If you look all the way down here, even the white belt matches, and on the back is where he has the attachment to hold his sword. The sword is simple, it doesn't come apart, you can't do anything with it. It's not like the handle is separate or anything. The sword just has this green section that blends into the white part here, and that's it, nothing else. On the front, right here at knee level, there's this circle design, and since this part of the skirt is bent, the circle gets a little distorted there because of the effect. It just finishes off with her feet, the socks here in white, and the shoes in black. When you put together the sword, which I left here to show you, notice that the handle is kind of gray, this whole part of the guard and the base is in gold, and the entire sheath is black, ending with this gold detail. Honestly, it doesn't have any extra accessories. We've seen some swords that have little tassels or some kind of attachment here, but Benumaru's doesn't have any of that. Still, that doesn't make the figure any less impressive, and honestly, be careful because it's a bit tricky to get the sword in place properly. But other than that, the figure is exceptional. And now I'll leave you so you can check out the full details of Benumaru while you enjoy your popcorn here on the Darkoburi channel. And now, just like I told you we were going to take the express train, here we already have the Shion figure. As I mentioned, she's Rimuru's secretary, but honestly, it's not so much because Rimuru chose her, but because she decided it herself. She told him, "I'm going to be your secretary," and Rimuru Tempest really had no choice but to say yes. She always fights hard to keep Rimuru Tempest, in his slime form, in her arms with her very unique, chest personality. She always carries him around, and Rimuru just lets himself be pampered. Here we see her dressed to charm, rocking this business suit, and even in this suit, she pulls off some incredible fights and throws some kicks that will definitely give you chills at night. But let's talk about the figure. She has pink hair, and check this out, she always wears a hair tie, which is an accessory that came with the figure. The hair and torso came together, as did the legs and the base. Here, her hair is completely pink, and it's complemented by this ponytail that extends out as if it's being blown by the wind. She has really big eyes, just like in any Japanese anime, and they're kind of a mix between purple and pink. But what's unique about her is that she only has one black horn sticking out from her head. Just like Souei, he also only has one horn on this side, but Benumaru and the princess have two horns. Why they decided to give them one or two, we don't really know. But here, the figure only has one horn, just like in the anime and is represented in this Banpresto figure. As for her outfit, it's pretty simple. She's wearing an inner shirt, and the outfit itself just has 2 buttons here at the wrists, and another 2 buttons here at the waist. Other than that, she has her belt, and the outfit goes all the way down. She wears shoes that are very different from Benumaru's battle outfit. Benumaru wears sandals, obviously in a very Japanese style, but she has a style that's a bit more Western. The interesting and funny thing about her is that she was always cooking for the group, but honestly, her food always tasted really bad. And it was only because Rimuru had a power that could remove poison that he didn't die from it, but his system would still tell him, "You have just been poisoned," and it would start removing the poison's effects. As the series progresses, she acquires, let's say, a unique skill, which is that even though her food looks really bad, it will always taste really good. So now, even if she serves something like chicken feet that looks like it came out of a witch's cauldron, Rimuru Tempest tries it, and it actually tastes great. And he says, "What happened?" "Oh, it's because I received a blessing with this special gift, and now any food I make will always taste really good." Honestly, she's a character who has gone through a lot of development. Rimuru has accepted her to join him and protect him. Not that he really needs protecting, since the slime is pretty powerful. But honestly, the anime is really interesting. So I'll leave you now so you can check out the detailed look at Shion here on Darkoburi's channel. And now, here we have our third figure from Banpresto Otherworlder. Just a reminder in case you want to buy them, this one is C. Let me tell you, he's the ninja master of this clan, and honestly, he appears and disappears out of nowhere like he's Batman. He's very mysterious, very reserved, very straightforward, and always gets straight to the point. He's the one in charge of infiltrating, gathering information, and immediately reporting back to Rimuru Tempest. Remember, Rimuru has already established his village full of monsters, and there are humans and the holy church out there trying to destroy them. Here we're going to take a look at C. As a particular detail, let me tell you that the base has the company name on it. This is the first figure I've seen where the feet stick out from the base. All the other pieces, let's look at them here with Benumaru and Shuna. The feet are always directly inside the base. All the Banpresto figures we've unboxed, which you can find here on the Darkoburi channel, have always had the figure fully within the platform. We don't know if this is a mistake, but that's how it fits. Check it out, the figure doesn't fall over, so that's its natural fit. But just as a note, out of all the pieces I've unboxed, this is the only one where the feet stick out from the base. Now about C, notice that he has a white horn here, while on the other 2 figures it's black, and he only has 1 horn. His hair is blue, so his eyes and the eyeliner under his eyes are also blue. Honestly, it's really, really cool. He looks very expressionless, reserved, and somber, and he's wearing his outfit. Let's look at it in detail. He has a long cape that reaches down to his feet, but check out what he has around his forearm. It kind of looks like the mithril armor from the Naruto anime. You know, when they throw kunai and have iron armor. Here, it's represented in gray, but his hands are completely uncovered, no gloves or anything else. He has this part here, let's call it a giant scarf, which he sometimes used to throw over his head, very much like Assassin's Creed style, to cover his head completely and sneak in. The rest of his outfit is blue, and the only detail at the waist is his belt. He has 2 swords strapped to his back, and his pants are white with these impressive boots. Honestly, they're really cool. And now I'll leave you to it. We're going to wrap up this video with a close-up of C here on the Darkoburi channel. And now, if you like this video, leave a comment and also let me know which of the 3 figures you like the most. Honestly, everyone is probably going to pick the commander here, Benumaru, who really is impressive. These other 2 figures are also really, really awesome. Even though Benumaru was the only one with detailing on the inside, that red part that didn't match the white of his tunic, honestly, that was the only thing that stood out as an exceptional detail. But aside from that, all 3 figures from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, check them out, they're impressive. So leave a comment about which of the 3 you like best. And also remember to follow us on all our social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, we're on every single social network. But honestly, we're not super active there yet, so don't get tired of me just yet. Why? Because I've got 3 more surprises for you. That's why I said this video is going to be pretty long, but I've got a surprise. The surprise is that I have 3 more Otherworlders, but this time they're way more epic in size. So buckle up, and if you've run out of popcorn, go refill your bowl. Now, let's get into these 3 Otherworlders, also from Banpresto, right here on the Dark Burning channel. Alright, now let's do a quick review of these Otherworlder boxes as well. Honestly, they're almost identical except for the size. The first thing we notice is that on the front, there's a spoiler of our figure. It also says Otherworlder, and of course, the Bandai branding, since they're from Banpresto, but the only thing that changes is the size. Here it is, they still have the hologram on the top. Check it out, when they have their hologram on the top and everything else, on the back there's a slightly closer spoiler of your figure. All of them are Bandai pieces, obviously from Banpresto, but this is the special edition, like I mentioned, from Otherworlder. I wanted to bring them to you in this mega unboxing to do all of Mr. Pieces together. Slime Rimuru Tempest, who gets his name from the dragon Veldora Tempest, and it's said that he absorbed it in honor while figuring out how to remove the curse that the dragon had, and so he went about it. Later on, as the series progresses, he manages to transform him, remove the curse he was carrying, and he turns into this human form. So honestly, it's super awesome. But without further ado, let's do the unboxing here of Diablo, the dragon Veldora Tempest, and over here, Milim in her battle outfit. Don't go anywhere, we're going to check out all 3 figures, which are going to be super epic here on the Darkoburi channel. And now, here we have our Diablo figure. If you remember, he made a brief appearance before he actually met Rimuru Tempest himself. But in the part with Rimuru Tempest, which I already mentioned in the trivia, he had to kill a certain number of humans to become a demon lord. But when the process started, when he began killing everyone, I thought, he's going to kill them, and with his new power, he'll bring them back to life, he'll revive them. Honestly, I ended up feeling like a clown, because he didn't revive them, he really did kill them. When he reaches his goal, they tell him he can transform into a demon lord, but during the process he collapses and starts to feel really exhausted. That's when Diablo makes his first appearance here and says, "Sir, allow me to serve you. Honestly, you are a demon lord, and I want to be one of the first." Rimuru appears and says, "Yes, kill that one over there," referring to someone who was transforming bodies and stealing their abilities. And here, it was Diablo who took charge of protecting Rimuru right after he became a demon lord. Now, I'm going to show you the figure because honestly, it looks spectacular. To start, the base here is purple, and honestly, it looks impressive. On the bottom, we once again have the same thing, the Banpresto piece inscription. It's a pretty solid piece, but now it also includes this part to create the diorama. Here we have a support piece for our figure, and this is where you insert the effect of these purple lightning bolts. This really adds more character to the Diablo figure. Now, looking at Diablo's specific features, his hair is completely black except for this red lock and two smaller yellow locks. At first, it looked like a defect, but no, that's actually how it's supposed to be. Check out the eyes here. Notice how the eye itself is yellow, and the rest of the pupil is black. Honestly, that detail gives him an even more sinister look, and it's super cool. And here we see he's wearing a suit, kind of like Shion, except this is a full suit. We could say he's wearing a black bow tie here. He's got the suit, and here's this red accessory that goes from this part of the pocket to the back pocket, like one of those old-fashioned pocket watches. It's super cool. On this hand, there's a glove. Let's take a look at the glove here. Check it out, it's white and these super long nails stick out. Honestly, when I pictured it, I thought of Bobby Larios, our buddy from the Urka's side, and I don't know what Bobby liked, but here, I think the devil could definitely pull it off. Just like our friend the Urka, but on this other hand, check it out, it's got a glove that's a bit tougher. But the thing about this glove is that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. And how many fingers does it have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it's got a normal hand, and here it's got its Mickey Mouse hand, which only has 4 fingers. But this claw, let's say it's more like a dragon's, metallic, that sticks out a bit above the wrist. No one else has that. Everything else is black. And Diablo has 2 extra accessories that go on his back, which are his wings. Obviously, when he's with Rimuru, he just goes around in his body, but when it's time to fight or he wants to fly, he grabs his demon wings. And the wings, check out how they have some holes here and there, like they've already been through a lot of battles and taken quite a bit of damage. Honestly, I like this piece more than the previous ones. So here I present to you Diablo Otherworlder Special Edition from Banpresto, here on the Darkoburi channel. And now, let me show you Mil in her battle outfit. Remember that we have an unboxing of Milim, this time with her regular clothes and a slime, right there on her butt, and you can watch it here on the Darkoburi channel. Here's Milim. Honestly, she's ready to fight and comes with the full armor. Check out how much she changes from the one we did before to this one. For starters, her wings are fully spread out now, and she's got her entire battle outfit on. But like Jack the Ripper said, let's go step by step. The first thing you should always check is that your base over here comes ready to go. And for her, they chose a slightly transparent pink color. All the bases for the smaller figures are usually black, kind of dark. For these special editions, they're a bit more transparent and in brighter colors. It has the same effect as Diablo, which is inserted here in this part of the base support, and these are the lightning bolts that stick out in both directions. The base already comes with the lightning bolt attached underneath, and honestly, it looks super cool. For Milim Milimitra, Her hair is pink, and in this part here, she's got her hair tied up in 2 pigtails. And check this out, she's got a horn right in the middle of her forehead. But out of all of them, this is the first character whose eye color doesn't match their hair color. Up until now, we've had blue with blue, pink with pink, red with red, Diablo obviously black with black, the pupils, and yellow with yellow. And Milimetro has blue eyes with pink hair. What do you think? Should they have made her eyes pink? Honestly, I don't know, but it's the first character we've seen in this whole line that has something no one else does. Check out her armor. On her forearm, she has a purple armor piece that goes all the way up to the top of her hand. All the armor is purple, which really matches her wings. And this part of the neck, this is where I really paid attention to the neck, and here's a question for those of you who are fans of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. When she appears in her battle outfit, was she being controlled? Should she or shouldn't she have the mind control pendant that they're including in this piece? Leave your opinion down in the comments. For now, let's take a look at the rest of the figure. Over here, this part of the cape, check out how it sticks out all the way down here. On the back, it's a dark color, but here you can see it has a bit more of a reddish tone. Here on the legs, she has her armor. On the knee pads, the part that covers the whole calf, and the part that covers the entire foot. The only different detail is on the foot. Here on the instep, you'll see it's a bit more golden, and everything else is purple. And on the inside, you'll see it has this color here that's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, sort of pinkish, maybe peach, like they're making up colors as if they were fruit. But if you know the color, leave it in the comments. I'm octochromatic, I only see 8 colors, so I'll leave that up to you. No one else. Here on the front, it just has this belt that goes across here in purple, and the rest of the suit is black. Honestly, this figure is really, really special and deserves that we spend a little more time looking at it up close here on the Darkoburi channel. And now here we have Veldora, the top dog, and he's the first important character we see in the series besides the slime. He spends quite a long time in another dimension, and later we see him playing with Ifrit, who is also absorbed by the slime. But then, when the slime gains more power and becomes a demon lord, he fulfills his promise to Veldora, breaks the binding spell, and Veldora appears in a human form. Honestly, I like Veldora better here as the protector of the entire Tempest Forest, and he's going to introduce you to the dragon. The only thing is, what the box said was that it was a repaint. Here we have the remastered edition with its repaint, featuring more special colors for Veldora. Just check out all the blue color it has right from the start, all of Veldora's scales, and what we're going to see here, the effect on the wings is honestly really spectacular. Another amazing detail that Veldora has here is that his eyes are completely white, with some red stripes coming out from each of his pupils from his eyes at this level. No one else, Veldora has 2 horns on each side here, sticking out at shoulder height, and other parts that aren't like scales anymore. On the back of his legs, they stick out at knee level and at the foot. Other than that, we just have a uniform blue color, all the scales on his tail, and you get this additional part. If you look closely, the dragon stays completely solid, nothing happens to it, and supposedly this piece goes here. Honestly, this support doesn't actually hold anything up at any point, but here, the Veldora dragon is the one I like the most out of all the other pieces. If you've seen the time I got reincarnated as a slime, you already recognize all the characters and the moment. So, tell me, which of all the figures did you like the most? But we'll take a closer look at Veldora here on the Darkoburi channel in just a bit. And now it's time for you to decide. This is the last part of the video. Which of all the pieces did you like the most? I'm torn between Diablo and Veldora, and honestly, all the other pieces are super awesome, but those two take first place for me. And also remember to check us out on all our social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're on every single platform. So go visit them all, give us a like, hit the heart, show us some love, share, turn on the notification bell, leave your comments, say whatever you want. If you liked the unboxing, if you didn't, which piece was your favorite, or which other piece you'd like us to unbox. And while you're at it, take a look at our website. Besides generating your code, we've got keychains, thermoses, mugs, Darkoburi collectibles, the book to start, complete, or grow your collection. There's a ton of stuff there. So go ahead and leave anything you want about this geek world, about anime, and of course, anything you want to know about this universe, about resin figures. What else do you want us to do for you? What other series do you want us to talk about? And now, this super long video has finally come to an end. Thank you for watching it from start to finish. And you already know, Darkoburi, peace out.